Welcome to the Trucker Brown channel. Today, this is a message that's staying in my inbox. The reason why it's staying in my inbox is because I've got a decent number of subscribers since the last time I did a video around this area, and the new people probably haven't went down and looked at the videos and stuff like that. So I'm gonna redo it for y'all. You asked me for it, so here it goes now. How to pick a company. All right, now I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you this is the end all give all way to pick a company. I'm just gonna tell you how I look at picking a company. And basically how I look at picking a company, it starts in a few ways. Number one, if I'm gonna pick a new company, I'm gonna be looking for where the terminals are. That's number one. Where are the terminals? Okay, so if I live in Baton Rouge, most of the time you shouldn't look for a company that is in Salt Lake City. Now, this cannot be followed all the way because sometimes the deals with Salt Lake City is just so good. You know, it's so good. You have to go over there. But the reason why you kind of want a terminal close to you, because that means that company can get you home. Usually these companies, they usually have a few contracts near where that terminal is, or they wouldn't have strategically wanted to put a terminal there. So that's why you try to get a company that's somewhere near close to you. Sometimes you can't, but that's just one of the thought factors in getting your starting a new company and your decision process. Number two, what is the pay like? Is it CPM? Is it sliding scale? Is it percentage? If it's leasing, is it flat rate? What is that flat rate? What is the average miles that truck get? They get per week? Is it 27, 3,000, 15? What is it? Another thing you can do is you can kind of go on to the company's website, and they'll have little forums on there, and they'll be talking about the company. But it's real hard because usually the main people that go on there are people that they're mad at the company. So that's not the best representation of the company. You just got to kind of fill it out and see if the foundation of what you need is there. After I figure out, the pay that they say is okay, and I don't mind where the terminal is, because I don't really live anywhere, so it doesn't really matter where the terminal is to me. But I don't mind where the terminal is, or it's a place that I don't mind going, so I don't mind having to keep sliding through there every once in a while. Y'all see I slide through Texas because that's where my company is at. I don't have a problem going through there, so we're good. Next thing I'm going to think of is the equipment. Some people may think this one. That's not wrong, but it's just kind of what you think is the most important thing. If you're picking a company solely on equipment, that's wrong, but equipment is in there somewhere, okay? One of the things that I said in my last video, which is very, very serious, is have an APU, man. Have an APU. Why have an APU? Because the APU is going to help you on gas mileage. When you're sitting and you're idling, like I'm doing now, and the APU is going on, you're sitting and just idling, that's killing your gas mileage. If you get paid with anything, if they say, well, I'm company, I don't deal with gas. Yes, you do, because your fuel bonus is directly given to you based on your gas mileage. So, your fuel mileage. I'm sorry I say gas. I know that's like sacrilegious, but right on your fuel mileage. So it does affect you. It definitely does. If they have an APU, the rumors that they say, I don't know if this would be completely true, but they say stuff like it uses 1/10 of a gallon an hour, and when you idle your truck, it uses 1 gallon an hour. You see what I'm saying? So you're probably gonna burn 1 gallon a night with an APU and probably burn 10 gallons without it. So that adds up. You think you're 7 nights. Come on, bro. Like it adds up. So you're burning freaking 70 gallons of fuel, give or take. That's if you stay in the sleeper only 10 hours. A lot of people stay in the sleeper 13, 12, 14 hours. So you got to think about that. You add that up. If you're paying for fuel directly from the pump, you add that up by how much it costs on the pump. That's a lot of money, dude. You got to think about this type of stuff when you go into a company that you're gonna end up dealing with. Number two, what transmission do you like? Do you like manual? Do you like automatic? I'm not here to tell you which one to like. I'm just here to tell you, ask. Don't not think of it till you get there, and then it has a transmission you either don't like or you can't drive. That's where it goes. You got to do your due diligence. Do not come ask me what company. You need to ask these questions for you. I have an automatic right now, but I can drive either. That's not a big closing argument to me, even though I have been enjoying not shifting the traffic. Just throwing that out there. But it's not a deal breaker, dude. If it's a 10, 13, I don't care. I can drive it. But some people started at some of these puppy mill places, and they didn't teach you really how to drive a stick shift. They taught you enough to get your license. And then the whole year you was there, you were driving an automatic. I'm here to tell you, if you get your if you use a manual to get your license and then never touch it again, you can't drive a manual. That's a lie. Oh, I drove it to get that don't mean nothing. You need a good year and some change for you to say, I can drive a manual whether I'm using it, whether I have used it in a while or not. I've been driving a manual for 6 years. I can flip-flop back and forth. I may be a little rusty, hit a couple gears, but I can do it enough to pass the driving test. If you started in a automatic and never seen another one until a year and a half later, you never seen another manual until a year and a half later, you leave that job, go somewhere else, they got the best pay, but it's a manual, and they say, well, you got to do a driving test, you're going to fail the driving test. Just to get your license is not enough to say you know how to drive a manual. Okay, it's muscle memory, it's repetition. If you're not doing it a lot, then what are you gonna do? Like, it is what it is. So there's that. You gotta think about that as well. Also, where do they like to run? Now, if you're somebody who don't want to be on the road, don't pick a company that keeps you on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple. It's not that hard. How much are you trying to get home? Not just throwing out there. How much are you trying to get home? Oh, well, you know me, man. I'm trying to get home about, every week, every 2 weeks. Then you don't need to go to a company that needs every 4 weeks out, bro. If they tell you they can't do that, don't go. Don't try to make them send you home more, because then the truck is going to be running to get you home, not to make you money. So I'm not saying local or OTR is good in this video. I'm not saying that. I'm saying pick what you want. You cannot bend the company to what you want. They're not going to bend. If they're that type of company, that means that their accounts are set up that way, their pay scale set up that way, their bonuses are set up everything's set up that way. You're not going to be able to, I'm sorry, I got the allergies killing me. Everything's set up that way. So you're going home early, you're missing out on bonuses because these bonuses have mal caps on them. You're pissing your DM off, so he's giving you crappy loads. He's not going to give you to the money loads because you probably don't even want the appointment times of these money loads. You see what I'm saying? So it just puts you in a crappy position. Go to the company that fits what you want. If you want to go home, you need to find yourself a company that specializes in getting you home. Well, they weren't paying what I wanted to pay. That ain't the point. Because all you're going to do is go to that other company that so-called pays what you want to pay, and they're going to keep you out to the point that you're still going to be unhappy. Why would you put yourself in that position? It's simple as that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, there's only one company you should go to. I'm not going to say that. You know what company I'm going to tell you to go to if you keep asking me. I'm going to say, listen, man, you just go to Prime, dude. For as far as I understand their pay scale, I'm not seeing no one better than them. That's my opinion. But if you don't want to go there, man, you have to use these things that I'm telling you to ask questions to see if this is a company that's going to fit you. Also, are you just going to be a number at this company? Because some people say, well, I don't want to go to a big company. I don't want to go to a small company. You got to figure out if you're a big company guy or you're a small company guy. Some people like to just be a number. They don't want to build a relationship. They want unlimited loads and be left alone. That's what they want. Some people want to call the owner, shoot the crap, you know what I'm saying, shoot the breeze, what you doing, where'd you go to the golf course, how you been, how's your new cars, your old lady. They want to do all that type. Some people ain't into that, dog. They don't want to talk to the owner. They don't want to see the DM. They don't care about how the DM's day's going. Just send me my loads and leave me alone. You need to figure out what type of driver are you. Are you somebody that is in the brown nose realm, that likes to massage the DM? If you're one of those people, you need to make sure that, oh, it's a small company and everybody knows everybody by name. You're into that stuff. Some people don't like that. Which one are you? Stop picking companies that don't fit you. I forget what number I'm on. If you're a person who wants a long nose, go to the company that has it, okay? Just go to the company that has it. Many companies don't have the long nose for whatever their reasons are. They throw up and say it's the fuel mileage. Some people say the fuel mileage is the same. Some people say it's the turn rate. Yeah, some people say they cost too much. Whatever the reason is, some people don't have them. You know what I mean? So look for that company that has it. But if you're picking based on just that, I raise caution. I hope you look a little bit deeper than that. You know what I mean? Other than just what you're driving. That's very skin deep when it comes to a company. What else, dude? What else? Picking a company. I guess you can go online and look at what the terminals look like, what they offer. You know, some companies offer discounts on your cell phone bill. Some companies offers discounts on certain hotels. Some companies have accounts with certain places, certain wash places, certain hotels, certain cell phone. It's a lot of things that go into it. You got to write these things down and know to ask these questions. If not, you're just going in based on a CPM and the type of truck, which is average person. When they get into a truck, that's what they go in on. They just go in, they said that they have this type of truck and they make this much money, and I heard they make this much money a week, and they go. And they get there, and all of these other factors, which either they didn't know or they didn't check for, that makes it where they like a company, they didn't check for it. So when they get there and when they say, oh no, you don't go, you can only go home every 8 weeks. Now they feel like someone took their lunch money. Oh no, I gotta be home, I got a kid. They don't give a crap about your kid, bro. They don't care. It ain't their business. They're in the business of moving freight. They're not in the business to give a hoot nanny about your kids. That's not their business. When I talk to my company, I don't just be bringing up my kid. They don't give a crap. I'm here to move freight. Either you're in the business of moving freight or you're going home. Choose. That's how they look at it. Unless you go to a company like Montgomery, they got their people home every week. That's what they did. That's how their accounts were set up. You can get home every single weekend. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want, go for that. That's all I'm saying. Listen, man, don't do drugs. Listen, if you're new to the Truck Around Channel, I suggest you sub. Where all the real conversations go on that. I'm going to start knocking these out for you this week. We're doing a reset. We're starting over from the beginning. And we're going to talk. And we're going to figure out actual things that you need. And I'm going to make the videos on those. Sub to the channel. Hit the bell. That's the only way to get the notifications. And also, follow me at Trucker Brown. We're at 15,700 people following the Instagram page. Go over there, see what the big deal's about. At Trucker Brown. I'm Outie 530. Don't do drugs, don't drink alcohol. Bang.